What is going on, guys? This is JD from New York, and it is Monday, October 22nd, 2012. I'm coming to you directly after Monday Night Raw went off the air on the USA Network, and I really don't know what to say about tonight's show. It came to you from New Jersey, about 30 minutes from where JD's living in the Bronx. I'll go through the results, but what I really want to talk about is the CM Punk Ryback situation. It really got my brain cells working this week, and after what I seen tonight, it just opened my eyes to what really needs to happen, and I seriously hope they go the route that I'm about to tell you, because if they don't, then the WWE is completely in the shithole, and they're just flushing everything down the toilet, in my honest opinion. But I'll get into that in a little bit. Let me quickly go through the results for you guys. We had Team Rhode Scholars versus Sin Cara and Rey Mysterio. Rhode Scholars won. Interference by Sandow, or cheap tactics, I should say, by Sandow, enabled Cody Rhodes to get the crossroads on Mysterio. 1, 2, 3 for that. They will be fighting Team Hell No at Hell in the Cell. Kofi Kingston versus Michael McGillicuddy. If you don't know, McGillicuddy, or Joe Hennig, is what I like to call him by his real name, because that's what he should be wrestling under. That is Mr. Perfect's son. He fought Kofi Kingston tonight in a non-title match. I seen shades of Mr. Perfect here with his aggression. I loved it. Triple H reported this week, or it is reported this week, that he is a big supporter of Hennig, so look for him to be on TV a little bit more. Kofi Kingston got the win with Trouble in Paradise. There will be a Intercontinental Championship rematch at Hell in the Cell with The Miz. Antonio Cesaro versus Justin Gabriel in a rematch from last week. Justin Gabriel actually got the clean win with the 450 splash. Like I said last week, I like seeing Gabriel on TV. I think he's got a good look and decent in-ring skills. I'm surprised they booked him clean over the U.S. champ, but if you really think about it, it really doesn't mean much for Gabriel that he pinned Antonio Cesaro, because if you realize who Cesaro beat for the U.S. Championship, he beat the biggest joke in wrestling, which is Santino Marella. So it's not that great of an accomplishment for him to be wearing the belt to begin with, but it is good for Gabriel that he is on TV and he pinned a champion. But in retrospect, it's really not that big. But we'll see what comes of it. I like seeing Gabriel on TV. Ryback versus The Miz, another disappointment for The Miz. I don't know what the fuck they're doing with him. He just lost the IC belt to Kofi Kingston on Wednesday. They feed him to Ryback, and he loses in 2 minutes tonight. He got shell-shocked, 1, 2, 3. I don't believe people actually wanted this to be a feud for Ryback to begin with, for his push to get up the card and into the main event level. They destroyed any chance of this feud ever becoming anything anymore after tonight. He got shell-shocked, like I said, for the 1, 2, 3. Dolph Ziggler versus Daniel Bryan. All I will say about the match is, if I can find the link on WWE's YouTube channel, I will post it in the description below. Fantastic TV match. Probably the best one since Daniel Bryan and CM Punk on Monday Night Raw during the summer. Ziggler won with a miscue by Kane. He zigzagged Bryan off the second rope. My prediction is Ziggler will walk out of Hell in the Cell with the World Heavyweight strap. Kane versus Big Show. Nothing of importance there. Big Show won in 5 minutes with the WMD. I've stated my disdain for the Big Show already. No need to repeat myself. Every time he's on TV, it just makes me want to change the channel. Del Rio fought Zack Ryder again. Zack Ryder has just fallen off the face of the earth. There's no sense in him even being on television anymore. Same thing for Del Rio. He's just flat out boring. I truly believe nothing will change for him. He just can't get over with the crowd. Nobody cares about him. JD certainly doesn't care about him. But anyway, Del Rio squashed Zack Ryder in 2 minutes with a cross-arm breaker. Now this is where we get into the main event. Sheamus versus CM Punk in a lumberjack match. Ryback obviously came in to interfere after the match was over. Cleared house. Everybody just moved out of the way like they were chicken shits. And they just let CM Punk get destroyed by Ryback. Now this is where I will go on my rant, and I really want you guys to pay attention to what I have to say, because I really put a lot of thought into this, and what I'm about to tell you seriously needs to happen at Hell in the Cell. And I will tell you why, okay? CM Punk has been the best thing on WWE television for well over a year now, okay? After tonight, it's clear that I just sense that the WWE is going to make the wrong decision. Tonight, Ryback just completely destroyed CM Punk. CM Punk tried to escape on 3 different occasions and was thrown back in the ring by the Lumberjacks just to get destroyed by Ryback. He got power bombed. He got power slammed. He got shell shocked. It's just absolutely ridiculous. The only thing that even comes close to Daniel Bryan, to CM Punk this year, rather, is Daniel Bryan. I stated many times Daniel Bryan is the superstar of the year, but nobody has even come close to CM Punk this year. Punk is the absolute best of what he does, okay? On the mic, in the ring, you name it. The motto that's imprinted on every t-shirt that he has in the WWE shop, best in the world, okay? It's not a fabrication. It rings true down to the very last letter. His reign as WWE Champion is the longest I recall since The Miz held it for close to 8 months a few years back. But the 2 title reigns between Punk and the Miz are incredibly different. WWE Creative made The Miz a chicken shit coward champion. He had an incredibly subpar match with John Cena at WrestleMania. Punk, on the other hand, has put on 5-star matches with Bryan, was in a 4-month angle with Bryan and AJ that was the hottest thing on TV when it happened. He beat Chris Jericho, he beat John Cena, he beat everybody on the roster. You name it, Sheamus, he beat everybody. Okay? He has Paul Heyman, who is also one of the best talkers in the business and can make any angle seem like the most important thing in the world. Lastly, he's been in what seems like a year-long feud with John Cena ever since Money in the Bank, where Punk walked out of the WWE with the title. When he did that, it reminded me of Ric Flair, very 1990s-esque Ric Flair, when Ric Flair brought in the WCW title into the WWE and called himself the real world's champion, you know, when in a war of words with Hulk Hogan. And he only proved he was the best in the world at that time by winning the 92 Royal Rumble. Punk just did it in Chicago with Money in the Bank. Now we come to October in Hell in the Cell. John Cena decided it was best for him to remove bone spurs in his elbow 3 weeks before a huge rematch for the company's biggest title. We were all told Cena would be ready to go by Hell in the Cell. Cena even tweeted himself that if chosen he would be ready to challenge CM Punk for the WWE title. As of tonight, he states again that he is ready for in-ring competition. WWE Creative waited and waited and waited until they couldn't wait any longer because doctors were pulling the strings and they didn't know what to do. All they needed was the doctors and medical staff to give Cena the okay to book the match in the rematch that should have been. Instead, we get another route. And I mean another route. What I mean by that is the route that they're taking is now, you know, they're on a dirt road off the highway. Never look back, I don't care where the fuck I am type route. And that's what I mean. What route is that? Ryback. Ryback has been squashing the entire WWE roster outside of main event talent for 5 months now. Incredible tag teams, local jobbers, guys who are seething to make it to the big time, all fed to Ryback one way or another. He is a Vince McMahon guy. And by that I mean he has the look Vince McMahon loves. He's 6'4", 290 pounds, monster of a guy. A lot of people are quick to judge Ryback because he's undefeated. Chants of Goldberg are echoed on Raw every week, even tonight. Similar match style, 3 to 4 power moves he does. 45 seconds later, the bell rung, and Ryback plays to the audience. In this time, he has connected with the crowd. I will give him that. He connected with the crowd, or has connected with the crowd, in a way I really didn't think he could. At first glance, I didn't see anything special in him. I knew before he debuted what he was going to be about, and I knew he was a Vince McMahon guy, with McMahon going as far to say that he is the next big thing, I should say, in the WWE. In my very first commentary here on YouTube, with the shitty-ass mic, excited to get my first video out, I figured I'd talk about Ryback, and I told you, plain and simple, never doubt Vince McMahon. The build for Ryback so far has been perfect. There have been bumps. Nothing's been perfect, or not all of it's been perfect, but there have been bumps in the road. Otherwise, it's been perfect booking so far. That is up until last Monday, and then come this Monday. 2 huge mistakes on Monday Night Raw. Now we're coming to the dirt road I mentioned before. We've seen Ryback stalk Punk now. 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Why is he appearing after every important Punk segment? Why is he coming out after Punk's matches? Okay, what does he want with Punk? I thought we were going to get CM Punk versus John Cena in the money rematch at Hell in the Cell. Simple booking. Punk retains, comes Survivor Series where he doesn't need to defend his title. Then TLC pay-per-view comes in December. He crosses paths with The Rock at the Royal Rumble. Simple booking. This is what I've been stating on my channel for weeks now. Okay? Now we're coming to the dirt road. And where I say the WWE doesn't know where the fuck they are. Okay? WWE pulled the trigger on Ryback and put him in his very first pay-per-view main event against CM Punk for the title. Okay? Now WWE's gotten lost. They have no fucking clue where they are. Like I said. How do you get back? How do you get back from this? Like, they're on the dirt road. They're roaming around lost right now. Okay? Reports from this week have been stating that WWE and Vince McMahon are trying to book this match, the ending of this match, and they're going crazy trying to come up with ideas. They're going crazy trying to come up with a legit ending to this pay-per-view. They already said that they don't want a screw job finish. And still, as of now, as I record this commentary, they still have no ending for this match. They won't end the show with Big Slow and Sheamus, okay? Because nobody really gives a shit about that title or that match. Like I said, just give the belt to Ziggler already. But there is good and bad out of this situation. I will tell you that. Let me take you back to January, and I want to explain myself here. There is good and bad. Jericho had the cryptic promos when he first came back, okay? Which ultimately revealed his comeback. The end of the world as we know it. He stated on that go-home show before the Royal Rumble, the end of the world as you know it will be over. Okay? We get to the Royal Rumble. Jericho draws well, enters, comes out. I'm sitting at the bar watching the pay-per-view. I say to my best friend, there's your winner of the 2012 Royal Rumble. He is your winner. It made absolutely no sense for him not to win. Simple booking. Jericho wins, challenges Punk at Mania. That's it. Simple as best. WWE thought otherwise. They gave us a bullshit Royal Rumble to begin with. One of the worst in recent memory. Okay? Then they booked Sheamus to win, making Jericho look like the biggest asshole I've ever seen, ultimately wasting his TV time prior to the Rumble. I complained about this pay-per-view for weeks, that Sheamus was a bum and didn't deserve to win. He ultimately went on to win the title, beat Daniel Bryan in 15 seconds at WrestleMania. That loss to Sheamus, though, made Daniel Bryan the biggest star in the world the next night. Okay? It ended up working itself out and did more good than the WWE planned on. What am I getting at? I'll tell you what I'm getting at. WWE is too predictable. We always complain it's too predictable. Which they are. And when they are predictable, it's completely fucking sickening. This is where there's some light in this whole Punk Ryback situation. It's unpredictable. It's unpredictable. We have no idea what's coming next. And being a fan, and you guys being fans for so long, we can't figure out where they're going with this. Let's enjoy the ride. I do my fair share of complaining. I do a lot of complaining when I watch WWE TV because half of it doesn't make sense. Sometimes none of it makes any sense to me at all. But let's enjoy the ride. Also, we want new blood challenging for the WWE title and the World Heavyweight Championship, right? Well, they're giving that to us and Ryback. That's another good out of this entire situation. But now comes the bad. And when I mean bad, it's very bad. How do you book this match? You can't. WWE shot themselves in the foot here. And they shot themselves again tonight in the foot. You can't have Punk lose the title. You just can't have him lose the title. Because it would ruin everything he's worked for in the last year. It would ruin the remaining calendar pay-per-views the WWE has left this year. His 337 days will be wasted, and you don't waste 337 days on a guy that's a plan B. Ryback's a plan B. You can't squash CM Punk like you did tonight, Ryback, because it would be the one thing people will remember him for. The 337 days, people won't remember that. They'll remember, oh, he lost to Ryback. You don't want that. You can't have Ryback lose to Punk right now, because it would be damaging to his character. It'll make him just another guy if he has a loss. His whole thing right now is causing carnage and remaining undefeated. If he loses, he will no longer be unstoppable and will be vulnerable. You can't have Ryback win the title because let's be honest. Ryback versus Cena. Cena's not going to lose cleanly to Ryback. Ryback versus The Rock at the Royal Rumble? No way. That's not going to make you money, McMahon. Punk versus The Rock is what's going to make you money. and more importantly, get you the ratings you need for Raw right now because your shows have been absolute fucking garbage. I covered all the bases here. There's no way out of this situation, but one way. How does Ryback walk out of Hell in the Cell undefeated? And how does CM Punk remain the WWE Champion? As a fan, you have to think ahead and think of the resources the WWE has. Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar needs to be at Hell in the Cell. CM Punk needs to have a solid 15 to 20 minute match with Ryback. Ryback needs to be on the verge of winning the title. Crowd going crazy. Thinking it's going to happen. Ryback's going to be the new champion. Nope. Lesnar comes down, rips the cage door open like a fucking monster, pulls Punk out of harm's way, escapes through the crowd into Heyman's limo, drives away into the night, and Punk is still your WWE Champion. Punk can go on Raw and lobby that this entire situation is unfair, lumberjack match, Hell in a Cell with Ryback. He can say it's all unfair and nobody respects him. Just play that angle. Okay? He doesn't deserve to be in this situation to begin with. That's true. That's the only logical outcome here. Lesnar's a Heyman guy. Punk is a Heyman guy. Heyman has his guys. We all know he had his little thing with Triple H and Stephanie. And like I said, as a fan, you have to think ahead. Now we come to Survivor Series. Survivor Series is the November annual pay-per-view for WWE. With everything I just mentioned, you just booked your Survivor Series main event. Punk, Lesnar, Ziggler, Del Rio, Big Show. Versus Cena, Triple H, Ryback, Sheamus, and Randy Orton. 5 versus 5. Elimination. Classic, old-school Survivor Series match. Ryback can get his revenge on Punk, pin him. It will not damage Punk in any way. Ryback will gain more importance because he pinned the WWE Champion. Cena can then get his rematch at TLC, fail again in some odd way, whatever WWE creative comes up with, and then Punk can go drop the title to The Rock, setting up WrestleMania season. That's the way it's got to be done, guys. That is the way it has to be done. If you guys enjoyed my commentary, if you guys like my gameplay, if you guys like the remaining videos I have on my channel about WWE and everything WWE, please show me some support by hitting that like button. It only takes a few seconds. If you guys want more commentary like this, subscribe to the channel. I've done 3 Raw reviews, like I said, in the past 3 weeks, and my audience count has tripled. I want to see comments from you guys. Let me know what you guys think. I want to interact with you. If you guys agree, disagree, what would you do different? Tell me. But that's it for me, guys. I'll talk to you soon. I got some more WWE news coming up. I got some more Call of Duty stuff coming up this week. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.